Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, everybody, to the Aspiring Authors Lab Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? This is going to be a very special day because I have some uh, awesome guests, and you're going to learn a lot on this show. So grab your pen and paper and get ready to take notes because this is going to be an awesome day. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, your number one inspirational book coach, and I have taught hundreds of women how to successfully write their books and generate a continuous stream of revenue. And that's something that I could teach you also. So don't forget to hit your share button and share this broadcast out with your friends. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves. These are my coaches. And I'm going to tell you, they are awesome, y'all. They are awesome. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves so you can see how awesome they are. Okay? So, Sean, why don't you introduce yourself to the people?
Well, hey, everybody. Hey, fam. It's so wonderful to be with you and be here with you. And anytime I get a chance to spend time with Miss Gertrude and my brother, Tommy, it's a beautiful day. My day is already getting started off right. So for those that don't know me, my name is Sean Hill. I am the LinkedIn coach, and I help entrepreneurs generate revenue on LinkedIn. You know, a lot of times LinkedIn can be confusing. It can be frustrating for a lot of entrepreneurs. They don't know what to do. And so what I do is I help cut through that confusion and really help them generate revenue, make connections, which is exactly what they want to do when they come to that platform. So that's a little bit about me.
And he's going to tell you more about, how you could cut through that confusion. So let's introduce my next coach, Tommy.
Grace and peace, people. Grace and peace. Listen, God said that He will send people into your direction that are like minded and are heading in the same direction that you're trying to go. God blessed me with Sean, and now He blessed me with Miss Gertrude. Miss Gertrude, I love you, baby. You heard me. I appreciate you having us on your show. For those who don't know me, y'all don't know me now, but y'all going to get to know me. I am Tommy Durell. I focus on the mindset. I focus on health, and I focus on purpose. Um, I love working with these people. We talk almost every day at this particular point. We're always checking on each other, and I'm sure that there's going to be an extended amount of individuals that's going to come once this show concludes, and they're going to want to deal with us as well. I appreciate y'all.
Well, we appreciate you also. And, I love y'all also because you only attract who you are. Okay? You only attract who you are. And, the theme for this month is focus. Focus. And we're going to talk about this topic that, that's close to my heart, close to all of us. Author, your audience is waiting on you to produce. Your audience is waiting on you to produce. And it doesn't matter whether you're a mom, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a retiree, or maybe you're working a 9 to 5. You have to start thinking about ways to create an income, especially if you work in a 9 to 5, because y'all know that the world is unstable. This is not the same world that some of you may have grown up in, or your parents, thinking that you get a good job and with good benefits and you retire and everything is hunky dory. You remember what happened last year in 2020. Okay, it was a complete year of suddenlies, and we still going through that rippling effect. So what are you going to do different? What are you going to do different? You got to think about that. How are you going to bring income into your life? Now, you heard what I said, what happened to me back in 2006 when the housing market went bust. Okay, that was a suddenly in my life. But there's also other suddenlies. Suddenlies are when there's a sudden disruption in your finances. What are you going to do different? Okay, what are you going to do different? So, Sean, can you tell the people, these aspiring authors, the importance of LinkedIn and how it could help them reach their goals, by optimizing their profile?
Absolutely, absolutely. So one of the things that uh, authors have to understand when they come over to any platform, really, is you always have to make sure, especially on LinkedIn, that you have a presence and that your presence is really understood and is professional. So if your profile, if you're on Facebook and Instagram, your profile is really not that important, right? It's more about what you're posting. But LinkedIn, it's almost like reverse because only 3% or less of the whole platform even post. So your profile becomes even more important. So you have to have an optimized profile so that when people get to you, they get to your profile, you look the part. Remember, you only get one chance to make a great first impression. And when people come to your profile, if it doesn't look on point, then you're going to be discounted. You're not going to be taken seriously. And so you want to make sure just a couple of high points. If you want more detail, that'd be a whole different show. But you can get with me, myself, or Tommy later. But here's just a couple of points, and I'll turn it over to Tommy to talk about it. Is your profile photo? We don't want those long. We don't want those body shots. I know you worked out. I know you looking good and all that stuff. A simple headshot, looking forward, smiling. That's what you want because you want to look approachable. You want to look like people can connect with you. And the more distance we have, like from the bodies, it just makes it more difficult. Nobody else in the uh, profile photo. It should just be you. Let's not use avatars. Yes, let's not use logos. People want to get to know you. Next piece that's really critical is your headline. Your headline is critical because it should tell people who you serve, how you serve them, and it should have some keywords that people put in that search to find out who you are. Here's one. Here's a nugget I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna give to all of your audience. Most people are not looking for authors. So if you put author in your headline, it's really not serving you, right? It tells people what you do, and that's fine, but it doesn't tell who you serve. It doesn't tell how you. So you're an author. How do you serve them? How do you serve them? And the fact that you're an author, unless somebody's looking for authors, they're not going to key that in. So having that in your profile, your headline, even though that's what you are, it does not benefit you. So that's the headline. Now your about section is really, really critical because that's where you get to tell your story. Hey, if you're an author, you should be good at telling stories. That's where you get to tell your story because other people may have your education. They may have worked at the same place you worked at, but nobody else, as my good brother Tommy says, nobody else has your story. And your story deserves to be heard. And so that's all I'm going to say about optimizing your profile. You get those three down, you're a long way to getting ahead of a lot of other people, but you're not there yet. Go ahead, talk to him. Talk to him, Coach.
Here's the deal, beautiful people. Um, those of you all that wrote a book, think of it like this. You wrote a book because it was a story that you wanted to tell. So whenever you come over to LinkedIn or just any social media platform, period, you want to try to show yourself as being different, as being in a certain lane. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of individuals, just like a lot of people say, well, everybody's writing books. Yeah, everybody's writing books, but everybody's not writing your book. So it's all about self-branding. You can't come on each social media platform with the same mindset because if you do, you're not going to stand out. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's a great man that told me once, and I just stuck with me for years at this point. I was at a gas station years ago out in Louisiana, and I would say that he was a homeless guy, but I still I fronted him a little something or whatever the deal is. And for the front, he said, son, listen, this is what you got to understand. He said, life is like Tetris. When you fit in, you disappear. Mm-hmm. Really think about that. Life is like Tetris. When you fit in, you disappear. So always strategically try to set yourself apart from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you get that particular piece of it, you know what I'm saying, that everything else is going to start to open up to you more. Until then, life is like Tetris. You fit in. As soon as you fit in, you disappear. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, these are some very good points, to help people stand out and to help people build that know, like, and trust factor. These are very important, especially when we're talking about the internet and we're talking about these days, it's not the same as it was before. People they can't, touch you, but they could see you. They could resonate with you when you're talking about the profile and different things of that nature. And you want to stand out from the crowd because what? We are unique. We are unique. And these are some very great points. And we're going to move on to the next one. The next one is build a community. What do you say about that, Sean?
Well, the important part of building a community is that's how you get leverage, right? That's how so many people, when you see them, and Tommy and I see this all the time, is you may have 50,000, 30,000 followers, connectors, but when not you, but when that person posts one or two likes, well, why would that be the case? You got all these people that you're connected to or followers, why would that be? Because they haven't built a community. When you come to the Coach's Corner at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, you'll find out Tommy and I are up front giving the message, but in the comments, that's where the love is. That's where the people are engaging with each other. Good morning, how you doing? We created a community of entrepreneurs that love each other. You might not be able to go anywhere else in your day and get people to say they're proud of you, how you doing, what's going on with you. But see, you create a community. I just had just last night an author throw up in my inbox. Throw up in our, hey, it happens. Came in the inbox, how you doing? Oh, fine, fine. He sent me the friend request. Okay, that's good. So I asked him, like Tommy and I always do, can you tell me a little bit about what you do? He's an author. He has kids, toys, this, that. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's good. I said, hey, are you on LinkedIn? And Tommy, I find this all the time. Both blew right past that. We're not even having a real human conversation now. All of a sudden, the next post, bam! Here's all my stuff in a link. I said, and so I'm just kind of enjoying it. I'm just playing with. I said, did you hear my last message? Bam! So here comes it, like message number. Like I guess it was like if you didn't see it the first time, I'm gonna post it again. I was like, okay, bro, okay, hey, But the sad part, we laugh. But the sad part about it is I get that from so many authors. They're not providing value. They're not trying to connect with you. They're not trying to hold a conversation. They are just spamming in people's inbox. They're just throwing them in people's inbox and wondering why I didn't go click on your link to get 20% off your book. No, why? I don't even know you. Why would I buy your book? You've not created any kind of community with me. You've not engaged with me at all. But I'm supposed to buy your book? No. So please build a community. We always talk about the power of 10. Find 10 people. It could be other authors that you can support and that can support you so that when you do post, you have some people that are engaging with your post, that are building your community, that could connect you with other people. You've got to build community. Come on.
Hey, going live is not a crime. You heard me? Going live is not a crime. There's a lot of individuals that are, doing certain things on social media all wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's so unfortunate. Me and Sean was having a conversation just last night. There's a new, just like Miss Gertrude keeps saying, uh, this day and era is totally different. You know what I'm saying? Certain people still believe that, you can just go to school and then you'll come out and have a successful job and all this other stuff and be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. Well, yes, and not all the way true. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes towards social media. You know what I'm saying? You got all these certifications. You got everything on the backdrop on you, on all your lives. I got this, and this. You become an I person. As soon as you become an I person, you start to lose value every time you say, I do this, I do whatever the situation is. Just like he's saying, you know what I'm saying? You build your team. The culture that we provide with the Coach's Corner at the top of the hour, just in a little while, we cultivate. It's all about treating everything like a garden. When it comes towards me, I love to talk about gardens. I don't personally have a garden, but my social media platforms, I create them. I treat them like gardens where we plant. I cultivate, and then I harvest. Now, it may be a situation where you have all these, you got multiple books that you didn't wrote. Okay, that's magnificent. But at the same time, think of it on these particular lines. You can't come over into a social media platform and have a harvest conversation if we go back to the beginning and your profile doesn't meet the qualifications that you're saying as far as you want people to get that 20% off. We can go on and on about that. I can go into all kind of different aspects of it, but to, what I'm saying, appreciate the time. I'm gonna let Miss Gertrude come on back with that next one.
Yeah, and it's so important, what y'all talking about, because you have to think about it's not about selling, it's about serving. Serve people well, get to know people, answer the questions that your audience is asking. And you don't have any problem. You won't have any problems. But you can't get in there like Sean always say with the wiggy wig juice, okay? And expect people to, buy from you. They don't know you. And you're not thinking about their needs. All you're thinking about is your needs. I need to sell this and I need to sell that. There's a time and a place for everything. And that's going to move us to the next one. It is, let's see, publish content that helps your target audience. Go on, Sean. Can't hear you.
There we go. Okay, I muted myself. Okay, there we go. So what you want to do, you want to make sure that you're creating content that helps your target audience. So many times I see authors just, I got a book. I got a book. I wrote a book. I wrote a book. I got a book. I got a book. Every post is like, it's okay. We get it. We get that you author. We get that you wrote a book. But how does that benefit me? Every person, I don't care whether you're an author or an entrepreneur, should ask themselves, so what? If I post something, so Tommy and I have to have these conversations all the time. When we do shows, when we do our show, the Coach's Corner, we always have our entrepreneur audience in mind. So they're asking, so what? So what am I? Why should I spend 30 minutes watching you? So what? So we have to be able to answer that question. You as an author have to be able to answer that question when you publish content. It can't just be, oh, here's my new release. Hey guys, I just released it last week. Oh, here's the other. No, I don't say nobody cares. But most people don't care that you wrote a book. They care, what problem does your book solve? What problem does your book solve for them? And I know it's personal for a lot of authors because I talk to a lot of authors. I know Tommy does as well, because it's personal. It's like their baby. How I overcame this? That's fine. But what does that mean to that person that's not going through that? What does that mean to a person that doesn't have that issue, that problem? Why would they buy your book? And so you have to be able to publish content that speaks to a specific group. One of the hardest things for most authors to do is to identify their target market. They think because I have a great story to tell, everybody wants my book. Everybody should read my book. It just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. You need to try to speak to a specific group of people that want to hear your message. If you lost a lot of weight, you're not selling a weight loss book probably to somebody that's already thin and healthy. That's what they do. They're not interested in that. That's not the now for a person that wants to lose weight. That's your market. That's who they want. They want to read about that. But you're not going to the fitness person saying, "Hey, got this book on losing weight." But so many times people jump in I don't even have kids. So the guy that threw up in my inbox the other day about the children's book, he didn't even ask if I had kids. It was just, oh, here's my Wisdom Wig juice. And just, guys, that just doesn't work. Anyway, go ahead, Tom.
Here's the deal, people. Here's the deal. When it comes towards your target audience, focus on one target audience at a time. There's a multitude of individuals that are either, whatever their background is, they do this certain thing, and then they try to branch out to try to catch another target audience. But at the same time, they didn't solidify the foundation with the first target audience. So a lot of times you go over to their particular profiles and you're starting to see that, when they basically post, they have no engagement, they have no, no likes, or maybe one or two here and there. Sometimes they be one of the two. But at the same time, Um, you just have to understand that in order for you to go or to get the recognition that you're looking for, you have to rebuild. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand what it comes towards when it's all about spring cleaning. You should be spring cleaning every day, at least, 15, 20 minutes a day. What I mean, what spring cleaning? You start to go through your particular friends list on the Facebook side of things and start to, what I'm saying, see who's actually active. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand the algorithms and how they work on each individual sites. You know what I'm saying? You can't just throw up let's say you work in the original 9 to 5, and strategically you got a little time where you can just go ahead and throw up a post, and then you go back and get back to work or whatever the deal is. Well, you just throwing up and you just waiting for somebody to come and run over and accept, hey, look, I need this, or whatever the situation is. Not going to work like that, especially if your target audience hasn't been cultivated, which you providing value with those particular individuals. Now, there's always different areas of concern, but at the end of the day, it's all about the mindset. It's how that particular characteristic works towards what it is that you're actually doing.
Mhm.
And if you need help with that, this is why we're here. We're definitely here for it. You know what I'm saying? Sean will bust it down. He'll get that profile right. I'm gonna get to the point to where I'm working to that mind frame. Let's see what you're actually seeing. Let's see what type of things that you're actually seeing. That way I can show you what I'm seeing, and then you can show me what you're seeing, and I may show you something that you're not even seeing. Ain't that right, Miss Gertrude?
That's certainly right. And it might be, little simple things, okay? But I'm gonna tell you, these little things make a whole lot of difference. And we can't skip over these steps, because I'm gonna tell you, they told me some things and it made a big difference, okay? And I'm not too, proud to say that, I needed help in those areas. Everybody needs help. So, reach out to these guys and let them help you. Don't be proud, okay? And say, well, I don't need no help. I'm this, I'm that. No, everybody needs somebody, okay? We're constantly learning each and every day. So don't be afraid to reach out. We're going to have some final thoughts and tell them how to get in touch with you, Sean.
Absolutely. Final thoughts is I love authors. I love people who have had the courage to put their thoughts in a book and then share that book with the world. I think it was Les Brown that said one of the richest place on the planet is the graveyard, because there you'll find books that have been unwritten. And so we don't want you to die with your book in you. Make sure you get with Miss Gertrude, and make sure that you get it. If you have a book in you, make sure you get that out. And if for those that have already published a book, make sure you get with her as well, so that she can help you market it. Because some of you out here, you're just doing it the wrong way, and we love you. And hey, if you come to our show at Coach's Honor at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, you'll see we love you, but we're gonna always speak the truth and love to you. Some of you are just doing it the wrong way. You need to get with Miss Gertrude so she can show you how to do it. But if you want to come over to LinkedIn, where you need to be, where the serious people play, you make sure you get reach out to me, SeanEHill.com. I give a free complimentary profile review and strategy session to make sure you're doing the right thing.
All right. Come on, Tommy.
As far as me, ladies and gentlemen, well, ladies, uh, again, I am Tommy Durell. But before that, here's the deal. I said this on our segment on yesterday. Think about it like this. Um, if it's on your calendar, it happens. If it's not on your calendar, it's a chance that it won't happen. So always be intentional and be strategic with each day that you get to live. You know what I'm saying? Each day is an absolute gift. It's a blessing. So a lot of times we talk about, are you even actually in 2021? You know what I'm saying? Some people are strategically still stuck in December 2019, right before, what I'm saying, the new year of last year, which is 2020. And we already know what happened in the month of March coming into last year. So everybody comes in, they feeling fresh, they're renewed. I'm going to drop this weight. I'm going to start taking this WYSIWYG juice and all this other stuff. Girl, sign me up and all this other stuff. Well, people been sleeping for a long time now. Even strategically, you hold conversations with individuals these days. You can tell, You can always tell when somebody not even in this particular year because they got habits that's actually holding them down to the point to where it always sounds good to them, but somebody that's more aware of actually what's going on and what's taking place and understanding the spirit, then you like that person is all the way gone, but I can only pray for them. But anyway, I'm Tommy Durrell. I focus on the mindset. I focus on health and I focus on purpose. My website is tommydurrell.com, DURAL.com. Jump on my calendar. Let's see where we can help each other. I appreciate y'all.
And hasn't this been a great broadcast? You got all the information that you need. So it's no need to procrastinate, going out there and getting your money. It doesn't matter if you're a mom, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a retiree, or if you're working a 9 to 5. There's money to be made. And you're leaving money on the table if you're not writing your book and doing it right. Just like you heard these guys share with you. They gave you some great tips. So with that being said, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me today on the Aspiring Authors Lab Morning Show, and especially to my guests, Tommy and Sean. Family, right? Ain't my guests, y'all my family, okay?
Y'all
And I
know.
just thank God that I, met you all and everything. So with that being said, always remember this. Don't forget to share out this broadcast. But remember, this is your time. This is your season. This is your turning point. So have a great rest of your day.
I